All right, the lovely Shauna here again, and Coach Garrett here. So this is the third video in our Steel Mace series for Team Babe. And so we're gonna start standing today, and we're just gonna find this external rotation of the W position, right? From here, you're just gonna transition to the other side. Again, what I like about this is going to be a lot of everything a swimmer needs. Our shoulders are stuck here. Oh man, this is one of those times where technology let us down. We did so many beautiful exercises and apparently the camera shut off. But you basically just have about 5 of those W positions to each side. It's a position we introduced in the last video. Can you get into that external rotation? Can you pull that elbow into your side? Can you pull that shoulder back and really learn to set those shoulders? It's imperative you get this position down because we're going to advance it in that next drill. Roughly about 5 to each side. Warm them up. Let's go. All right, so our second exercise here, we are going to mix that external rotation into the classic yoga position, Warrior 2. So go ahead and step with your right foot and externally rotate to the right. Good, again, so what I'm looking for is this knee over the toes. Is she pushing through the blade of that left foot? Are her shoulders stacked? Does she still have that W position? Then go ahead and push back to where you came from. Good, do the same thing going to the left. Good, and opening up side to side. So we're moving rotationally with good posture. Just go your pace. You're gonna do about 4 more of these to each side, and just keep trying to go a little bit deeper, right? So think about the lines that we're getting. We're always talking opposite hip to opposite shoulder. We're talking about moving in 3 planes of motion as much as we can. I was just bragging to Shauna that I don't necessarily have to go to a full hour yoga class because I do this sequence to give me that same feeling, to give me that same opening. Good, I think you got about 1 more to each side. Keep that elbow in. Good, last one. Perfect, nice work. So we're working the upper body, we're working the core, we're working the lower body, and it's a little conditioning at the same time. So you're getting all of those things. If you're gonna find 15 or 20 minutes to do some movement, it's a bang for your buck. Okay, so the next one, you're just gonna go from the W and you're gonna transition behind your head. So find the center of your mat again for me. Again, start of that W or external rotation. Can't you just make the transfer behind your head? You can reach right there you need to and then pull it back. And right here, it's almost like doing a lat pull. Can you pull those those elbows into the side, and as much as you can keep that wrist back there. Perfect. Shauna's doing a really good job of keeping her midsection tight, right? The glutes are nice and tight. The rib cage is down. She is showing me that she owns that. Again, using the breath is really big with the steel mace. Lots and lots of tension with that external rotation, that pulling down, down, down. But then you also want to be soft in that position, especially as you get into the bigger ones. You got 1 more on this left side. Outstanding. Good, kind of shake it out for a second. Okay, fast and loose, jellyfish jiggle, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so now you're gonna do that same Warrior 2 step, but you're gonna transfer behind your head. You're gonna do 5 of those each way. So there's our Warrior 2. She's gonna transition, so step all the way back and transition and go the other way. Yeah, you're getting ahead of yourself, Sean's. Good, and come back. Our magic rep range for all these things, the magic number is 5. So we're just doing about 5 reps each side. I like that Sean is grabbing right on the globe. That's gonna give you the most control, but if you wanna make it harder, guess what you can do, Sean's? You can get lower on there, right? That takes more wrist strength. It takes more joint stacking. It gives you more feedback. It's just more and more challenging. Good, last one to each side. Keep using that breath. Good. And then I know of somebody who may or may not have named their mace Excalibur, right? So this is a really good Excalibur exercise because you can get violent. You can make it powerful if you want to. So you can swing Excalibur around if you need to. Okay, so here's your weapon back. Okay. Now we're gonna add this all back in together. So you're gonna go Warrior 2, and I'll just talk you through it. So here's our Warrior 2. She's now gonna reverse this warrior by pressing straight up to the sky. Take your eyes up at it. She's letting that left leg stay down, still keeping that good knee drive. Good, bring it back to the W. Good, step all the way back to where you came from. Good, stepping with the left foot. Good, same thing, reverse. So you're just gonna do 3 of these reverses on each side. You hear me talk a lot about you have to have a pattern to correct a pattern. I'm just making sure Shauna's got control of all these, and then we can make it a little bit more challenging, and we can piece them together. So what I mean when I talk about workouts can progress in their same in a workout, all the movements can progress. That's something that yoga does really well, right? It builds up heat, it takes you through a range, it strings those postures together. Well, that doesn't have to be limited to yoga. It can be applied to a lot of different movements. Download the movement pattern and adapt it. Last one, we're gonna let Shauna come back, and we're working on conditioning ourselves to do 3 of those here. Good, rest. Doing 3 of those Huberman breaths to slow down. So in this down regulation component, really work on slowing down the exhale. How soft, how slow can you get that going? Now can you breathe just through your nose? Right, you just slowed yourself down. Do that every break, every set, anytime you get in your head. Okay, we're advancing the same pattern again, but now we're gonna do the reverse, the side angle. Okay, so step into your warrior 2. All right, so she's here, but I want her to get it to the other arm. So, no, actually come back to where you were. And we're gonna make that transition behind the head. So make the transition behind the head, but stay down nice and low. Good, bring it back into here. Okay, press it up, side angle. So she can use that right forearm. She's trying to stack the shoulders, stack the hips, get through that edge of your foot. Good, come back to that warrior 2. Good, and step back to where you came from. Okay, right, recover a little bit. Now you're gonna go to your left. Step into the warrior 2, make the transition behind the head. Good, side angle. Press this straight to the sky. Oh, you see why I was teaching you guys those W's and those side bends? It's almost like it all adds together. Pull it back. Good, step back. Okay, other side. So there's different transitions. If you get yourself caught up on the wrong side, again, it doesn't matter. We're just trying to get you to play. You can shift in front, you can shift behind your head. Right now we're looking for the transitions right here behind the head from that warrior 2 position, and establishing that we can make that transfer from the lunge position. Good, last one. Are you even, or do you have to do the other side?
Other side.
Okay. How lucky are we
Have a second
to
side.
have a second side? Good, last one. Are you seeing where the pattern's going, Sean? So you know what's next?
Yes.
Yeah? We're gonna do both of them next. So we're gonna add the reverse and the side angle, okay? Again, what kind of breath are we gonna do? We're gonna do 3 of those Huberman breaths. I even use this breath when I'm running, okay? Can I work on nasal breathing, at least getting it to go in and out through my nose? So the more awareness you have of this, the more you can hit those buttons to control your heart rate and your nervous system. Okay, last movement, Sean's, we're gonna piece it together. So you're gonna step into the W, okay? You're gonna raise that into the reverse warrior. You're gonna come back down and make the transition behind your head. So here's our reverse warrior. Good, pull it back into the W, make the transition behind the head. Good, side angle. Perfect. Good, transition to the other side. Good, reverse it.
Yep.
Good, pull it back. Behind the head. Side angle. Okay, really messed up. Pull it back to the W. Okay. Okay, keep going. I was gonna make you do something harder. You're okay.
Sorry.
Keep going. You're good.
We could do
It
that
would have been
side.
hard. It would have been hard. Reverse it. We're gonna do just one more of these for the sake of time. Good. Pull it in, transition behind the head. Good, and then press it all the way up. Awesome. Last transition. The harder transition I was going to have you do is like you almost don't step with your legs. Like you don't move back to the center. Can you just move from the spot you're at? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's almost like doing a Cossack squat. So now that you're here, rotate through your hips. So now, can you almost turn the other way? Get your weight to come there. Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm just challenging her to do something hard. But how did that feel?
Can you do this one?
Yeah, it feels good, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Feels good to play around. All right, that's level 3, Steel Mace Yoga.